one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Lord, thank you for allowing us all to be healthy and to be present tonight. Help us, give us the knowledge to help us make the correct decision for the city of Shafter and its community members. Amen.
We'll move on to approval agenda. Staff, are there any changes to the agenda?
No changes.
All right, I need a motion to approve the agenda.
Make a motion to approve tonight's agenda.
I second.
Motion by Commissioner Sanchez and second by Commissioner Pizer to approve the agenda. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Camacho,
Aye.
Sanchez,
Aye.
Pizer,
Aye.
Simmons,
Aye.
and Joseph.
Aye. All right, this portion of the meeting is reserved for persons wanting to address the commission only on matters not listed on this agenda. Speakers are limited to 5 minutes unless additional time is needed for translation. Please state your name and address for the record before making your presentation. Seeing none, we'll move on to approval of minutes. All right, we need approval of minutes for our regular meeting of December 9th, 2025.
I motion. I second.
Motion by Commissioner Simmons and a second by Commissioner Camacho to approve the minutes. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Camacho,
Aye.
Sanchez, Pizer,
Aye.
Simmons,
Aye.
and Joseph.
All right. All right, we'll move on to public hearing. Should anyone challenge any proposed action which is the subject of a public hearing listed on this agenda, that person challenging any action taken after the public hearing may be limited to raising only those issues addressed at the public hearing in this notice or in written correspondence delivered to the Planning Commission at or prior to this public hearing. All right, our first public hearing is General Plan Amendment number 25-45 and Zone Change number 2579. May we have the report, please?
Is that on this agenda? Is that on this agenda, the general plan amendment? I thought that was last month's agenda.
This should be.
It should be a zone code amendment in
Oh, okay.
25-23.
That's one.
Correct. But yes, it's the zone code.
So we will, instead of scratch that, Zone Code Amendment number 25-23, 2025 ADU law updates.
Yes, alrighty, sounds good. Yes. Next slide, please. Alrighty, so a little bit of background on this zone code amendment and its necessity. So recently, the governor signed into law 4 new bills that became effective January 1st, 2026 that affect ADU laws and how local agencies can process them and permit them. So those 4 bills are summarized here. We have Assembly Bill 462, which really has to do with coastal development permits for ADUs. None of the city limits of Shafter are located in coastal zones, so of course that doesn't apply to us. AB 1154 prohibits short-term rentals for junior accessory dwelling units and removes owner occupancy requirement for JADUs with separate sanitation facilities. That just means that if the JADU has its own sanitation facilities, then there's no requirement that the property owner reside on the property as well. So hypothetically speaking, you know, they could have long-term rentals for all of the units on their property. SB 9 creates a penalty for local agencies that fail to submit the ADU ordinance to the Housing and Community Development Department within 60 days of adoption. Really, the penalty is just that the housing element is considered null and void. And so it would be more difficult also to issue building permits. Senate Bill 543, that has various changes to the sizes of ADUs and JADUs, the number of ADUs that are allowed on a property, the impact fees that can be charged for ADUs, and the processing timelines for the applications. Next slide, please. So I mentioned a January 1st, 2026 deadline. In lieu of that deadline, we did have the City Council adopt an urgency ordinance number 774 at the December 16th City Council regular meeting to comply with the state deadline. And those ordinance changes became effective immediately. We proposed to them the same ordinance changes that you have in Exhibit A of this resolution here. However, the Attorney General's office is able to challenge any urgency measures that affect zoning. So staff is now proposing a formal zone code amendment in order to kind of do a proper readoption that meets all of the requirements of the law. And so this amendment is exempt from CEQA. Next slide, please, Edmina. Thank you. So now the recommendation is that the commission conduct a public hearing and adopt resolution number 26-474, recommending approval to the Shafter City Council of Zone Code Amendment 25-23, an amendment to the Shafter Municipal Code, section 11.200, pertaining to ADUs and JDUs, and find that the adoption of this ordinance is exempt from CEQA. And with that, I am open to any questions.
Any questions, commissioners?
All these materials are just changes we've made to
To those,
all the new regulations.
that is correct, yeah. So everything that's redlined is new changes. And we pretty much just followed whatever the law is requiring. And basically it just makes it a bit more streamlined and easier for property owners to develop ADUs and JDUs.
All right, we'll now open public hearing on this item. Is there anyone who wishes to speak on this item? If so, please give your name and address for the record. Anybody online? Seeing none, I will now close the public hearing. I need a motion to adopt resolution number 26-474, a resolution of the Planning Commission of the City of Shafter recommending that the Shafter City Council approve Zone Code Amendment number 25-23.
I motion.
Motion by Commissioner Simmons and a second by Commissioner Sanchez to adopt resolution number 25-474.
Commissioner Camacho?
Aye.
Sanchez?
Aye.
Kaiser?
Aye.
Simmons?
Aye.
And Joseph.
All right. All right, we'll move on to commissioner reports. Any reports, commissioners?
No, sir. No, sir. No reports.
All right, so now we are going to move on to election of chairman and vice chairman. Planning Director Esselman, please open the nominations for chairman of the Planning Commission.
So opened? Was there more I need to say there?
So
Okay.
that's done every year, Steve? We do that every year?
Yeah, you could keep it status quo, or we can do a little round robin, however, whatever your guys' pleasure.
I'm fine with it.
I'm
Cool.
fine keeping the status quo. Sorry, gentlemen. Yeah, next year.
Looks like we're not making any changes.
Doing a good job.
General consensus?
Yes.
Aye.
I
You could have said nay.
All right, so and now we gotta, so yeah, vice chairman's the same as well, so there being no further business to come before the planning commission, I need a motion and a second to adjourn.
I motion. I second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.